The U.S. Constitution guarantees everyone a right to a speedy trial, but some attorneys say that's not happening here in Pima County. In a sit-down interview with News 4 Tucson's chief investigative reporter Chris Nylander, County Attorney Laura Conover answers some tough questions and tells us what she hopes will change in tonight's News 4 Tucson investigation.
Just inside this building, the Pima County Attorney's office is working with a mere fraction of the prosecutors it had just a few short years ago. Their caseloads a lot larger.
It's been a pretty persistent problem for a couple of years now.
Louis Fidel is a prominent defense attorney. He has seen his share of criminal cases move at a snail's pace the past few years. To him, it's no secret why. He knows his counterparts over at the county attorney's office are trying to do more with less prosecutors.
It makes it difficult to get things done not for lack of interest or for lack of trying, but there's only so many hours in a day.
Important to get cases handled in a timely manner because memories fade over time.
Chris Shalepi is also an experienced defense attorney. He agrees and has seen more plea deals being offered.
Probably in a position where they are offering something that they may not have offered before to resolve a case.
We're going to need to talk about three things: the COVID backlog. We're going to need to talk about retention of attorneys. And then we would need to discuss and investigate how a DA's office is budgeted.
Laura Conover says she hasn't received any complaints about cases moving too slowly. She did admit to staffing issues within her office and shared with us this graph comparing her budget and staffing to communities of a similar size. Her office is budgeted for 61 prosecutors, but she says it's now down to 52, a far cry from the 88 they had back in 2019 before the pandemic. While Contra Costa County in California, with roughly the same population as Pima County, has almost double the attorneys and a much larger budget. Conover says Pima County took COVID very seriously to keep people safe.
The Pima County COVID backlog is much more profound than most counties and much more profound than Maricopa County. And that's a point of pride for Pima County.
To deal with the backlog, the former Chief Justice of the Arizona Supreme Court directed Pima County Superior Court to speed up cases.
Judges would start to get in trouble if they weren't dealing with their backlog and to start putting a lot of speed into the cases before them.
This added pressure to already overworked prosecutors. Conover says many of those who recently left cited an increased workload as a contributing factor, while private firms were poaching her office for talent.
Large firms literally went into government offices and said, not only can I double your salary, but you don't have to go to court every morning and you're going to be healthier and safer.
Now, she says, Pima County has only funded her office for about 61 attorneys.
So we're doing the work with less. And do I worry about burnout? Absolutely.
We obtained these documents from Pima County showing 3 resignations within the county attorney's office just within the last pay period.
I feel like we have been as responsive as we can be, considering the limitations that we all have on budgets.
My best recollection of the whole budgetary process was that Ms. Conover received what she submitted. Perhaps the county attorney look at her management practices and see if there's improvements that could be made there that would attract more attorneys.
As we sit here today, do you feel any defendants this year in Pima County had their rights to a speedy trial violated due to a lack of staffing in your office?
No, it's because I would have heard. I am the most accessible Pima County attorney that the county's ever had.
Conover says a class of 10 attorneys will soon join her team helping improve their numbers. Reporting from downtown, Chief Investigative Reporter Chris Nylander, News 4 Tucson.
And to view the chart comparing different county attorney offices and the state guidelines for case completion, you can scan the QR code right there at the bottom of your screen. That's going to take you to our investigators page at KVOA.com.